So let's take a look at using the EQ within System Engineer 8. So we're currently in the setup workflow and we've got a device online here. We've also configured our routing in the matrix mixer accordingly. So the next thing we want to do is head to the tune workflow. Here you can see our input and our outputs of our two drive modules here for DSP-A and DSP-B. So we can now select either an input or an output of our drive module to pull up the EQ graph in our detail view. So this is what the input EQ looks like. It's a 6-band EQ with a high pass and a choice of shapes. We've got two low shelf filters here, and we've also got the option to enable our FIR files here as well. The output EQ is slightly different. It's an 8-band EQ with low shelf and high shelf. And we can also load and enable our FIR files here as well. So let's take a closer look at what we have here. We've got the EQ graph, which displays the EQ curve for the selected input or output channel. We've got parametric or all-pass filter toggles here, which toggles the filter type between parametric or all-pass filters for the selected EQ band. We can bypass the selected EQ band. We can copy and paste our EQs here using the copy and paste buttons. We've got an EQ toggle feature here which allows you to quickly create and compare multiple EQ curves on any EQ in the system. We can bypass the currently selected EQ. We can reset the EQ values for the selected EQ. We can delete the selected EQ. And we can add more EQs here using the plus button. We can use these EQ number boxes for entering exact EQ settings using a keyboard. Or we can use the EQ drag control. The EQ drag control allows the manipulation of the EQ bands with the mouse or trackpad. The center point of the EQ drag handle allows the EQ point to move freely in the frequency and gain domains. The frequency drag point allows for the movement of the EQ point in the frequency domain while leaving the gain unaffected. The gain drag point allows for the movement of the EQ point in the gain domain while leaving the frequency unaffected. The bandwidth slider adjusts the bandwidth or the Q of the EQ point. You can also control the bandwidth by scrolling the mouse wheel when the pointer is on the EQ center point. Here we also have a floating EQ summary, which displays the summary of the currently focused EQ point. We can also use multi-select on our EQs. So if I select the input on DSP-A, hold down Control and then select the input on DSP-B, we can now affect both input EQs.